Hello everyone, welcome to my comic collection video of 2021, well, March. I've been collecting comics for many years and I just wanted to show you. I've never actually done a comic video on my channel, but you probably could have guessed that I collect comics, so we'll just start off. I have a Spider-Man comic here, issue 428. This actually isn't mine. Keen, my friend Keen, if you're watching this, this is actually his. He left my secondary school after second year and we used to trade comics, and yeah, I've had it ever since. So when lockdown ends, you're getting this back, mate. But yeah, I've had this for a while. That's the first one. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I got a couple of comics here at the top of the pile from Free Comic Book Day. I collect my comics at Forbidden Planet. I have my own like pull fold for certain things like Walking Dead, that type of stuff. So yeah. I don't really collect Marvel that much, mainly because there's so many like different variations of stuff. It's just hard to. Here you have Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas comic. Marvel Rising. These are all just the free ones that I got. Another Spider-Man comic. As I said, I feel like the only ones I would want to collect is Captain America because I actually like that character a lot. DC Superhero Girls, DC Nation, you got some Joker going on. Thundercats, it's just an annual, it's Marvel, so I thought I'd include it. And then Planet of the Apes. Now, this Planet of the Apes comic, there's 6 parts of it, I only have the 6th one. It's based off the second movie of the original series. I want to collect this fully because I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan. But yeah, I didn't know this existed. I was just in Forbidden Planet one day and I seen it and I was like, oh, dude, I have to pick that up. The art style is very nice. It looks a lot different to the films, but it looks like that. Okay, next thing is a series. I don't have much of it. Alright, I'll explain this. I had a pull fold for every week or every month when Walking Dead came out, and I had this series, and then the next one, Oblivion Song. So I'd get 3 comics a month, not too bad. But then once Walking Dead ended, I didn't go to the comic book shop as much, and then obviously the virus happened, so I haven't been able to get newer issues of some of these series or keep up to date. So I have the first 8 issues of Die Die Die. This is a series made by Robert Kirkman, and he wrote The Walking Dead, and Scott M. Gimple, he was one of the previous showrunners for The Walking Dead TV series. This is a very interesting story. I actually collect a lot of Image comics because, you know, the stories that they do are quite, I don't know, I think they're just very unique. So this story is about a guy, and I think he has like two brothers, or no, I can't remember. Is he a twin? Yeah, I think he's a twin, and his twin brother gets kidnapped, and they have to save him with his friend. His twin brother gets his nose cut off, so he has to do the same thing. It's very gory, but yeah, the story's quite compact. It's very nice. The art style's amazing. Like all the different brothers have different personality types. Yeah, there's 3 of them. That's issue 1. Issue 2, the covers of these are really nice. Issue 3. Issue 4. Issue 5. Issue 7, I don't have 6, I don't know why. And then I have 8, so I can't remember what issue they're on now. They're probably on like 20 or something. I haven't got any of those in a while. And then the next series that I have is Oblivion Song, also another Image comic. Written by Robert Kirkman. I have the first 19 issues of this, so this would basically be like 3 volumes nearly. This story is also very good. It's funny, I started collecting it at issue 2, and then I went on from there, and I was always annoyed that I couldn't get the first one, because obviously the first one, the longer the comic goes on, the rarer the first one gets to find. So I found it in Forbidden Planet. Uh, the reason why I didn't do this video sooner is because I actually gave Liam a lend of these comics to read, and obviously with the lockdown and stuff, I haven't been able to get them back. But I got them back yesterday, so I thought now would be a great time to do this video. So this story, I can't remember the main character's name. Basically, there's like a portal that opens up in Texas. I think it's Texas, and it sucks in tons of civilians. And then the main character, he's kind of like a alien cop. He goes in to rescue people out of this zone. There he is there. It's a very unique story. I really hope they make this into a film or a TV show at some stage. But if they do make one, I'd want them to take their time, because obviously there's a lot of special effects stuff and heavy CGI scenes they'd need to do with the aliens. So if they were to do it, I'd be like, take your time, get proper funding, because I wouldn't want it looking tacky and the aliens looking really unrealistic. So yeah, the action in this comic is very good. The main character is very likable. I think it's like his brother. Yeah, his brother is inside the portal, and he's been living in there with like his family. That's the first issue. Then again, this series I didn't keep up to date with because of the lockdown, so I think I'm missing. They're on issue 31, and I have 1 to 19, so I'm missing a fair few, but shouldn't be that expensive to get the rest of them. Issue 5. Personally, I obviously prefer colour for comics, but Walking Dead did it in black and white because it was cheaper in the early days, and they just kept it going. There is newer Walking Dead comics they're being re-released all again, but in colour, but I don't really want to buy them all again. Issue 9, issue 10, issue 11, issue 12, issue 13, issue 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, the final ones that I have. Yeah, I think issue 30, either 31 or 32 is coming out in June, so I have a bit of time before more come out. Okay, the next ones I have are The Walking Dead. You want to hear from when I'm talking, there's not a lot here. Okay, so I'll just preface by going like this. Walking Dead has 193 issues altogether. I have the first 3 compendiums, which are basically 48 issues in each. So every 48 issues they brought out one, and obviously the 4th one has a couple more. But yeah, so the first 3 compendiums go from issue 1 to 144, and then I basically nearly, apart from like 1 or 2, have every comic afterwards until the last issue. So I have the first 3 in compendiums, and then around the last 50 in single comics, and a few extra ones. So I have compendium 1 here. I got this years ago. I think it was around when season 3 or 4 was out of the main series. Yeah. So you have Rick on this one, Carl, Michonne, Glenn, Laurie, and Tyrese, and then obviously when you flip it around, it's them and zombies. This basically goes from when Rick wakes up in the hospital up until it's until the prison attack, when the prison falls. I think, yeah. And then there's like a little extra bit at the end of the comic where Morgan has Christmas with his son. Okay, that's that one. The second compendium, this is from the point where the prison falls, I think up until up until the Saviors first attack Rick and gang on the road, the bikers that Andrea shoots. So yeah, on this one you have Morgan, Michonne, Rick, Andrea, and Abraham. Same thing, you flip it over. I spilled some hot chocolate on this years ago, but yeah. This one has a lot of iconic moments, as do they all. But Carl gets shot in the eye in this one, and like go to Alexandria, and they meet Jesus. It's funny because there's this YouTube channel I started watching like a couple of days ago. They do mostly Walking Dead, but they're saying how Robert Kirkman is originally going to end the series when they get to Alexandria. So it literally would have been like halfway through this, and then the original ending was supposed to be that the zombies just take over, they kill everyone. There's a statue of Rick after he's died. Like he rebuilds civilization, but it falls again. That would have been a really shit ending. Then you have Compendium 3. This one's the most banged up because I've probably read this the most. I don't know how many times I've read these, but the third one I've probably read a lot. Yeah, this one goes from basically the whole Negan arc with the Saviors and all that war, and then the Whisper arc. Yeah. See, the thing about the compendiums is they're very heavy, because I got this in America for $60 each. Yeah, so I got the first two when I went... When did I get the first two? I got the first two when I went to America at some stage. And then this one I got in New York, I think. So when I got the first two, I remember I had to like put one in each suitcase of my family, because my suitcase would have been well too heavy with all two of them. Okay, now I'm going to go into my single issues. Okay, this isn't a single issue, but it's a survivor's guide that they brought out for the Walking Dead comic of like all the characters if they were alive or dead. It's a cool concept, I get that, but there's no point in bringing this out until the series is over. Like, okay, let's say, spoilers for the comic, Andrea dies near like 174, and if you look in this, it says that it's like NA, so they don't know, which is kind of silly. Like, why make a comic about which characters are alive and dead when you don't even know, because the series isn't over? It's kind of dumb. But yeah, it's just good to like just see all the characters on this, whether they're alive or dead, doesn't really matter. But I have to say, the comic and the show are a lot different. At times, I do prefer the comic a lot more because I don't know, just Carl mostly. He lived on through the whole comic, and then also they kind of did some of the characters dirty on the TV series, like Tyrese. I think they did badly, like translation. Jesus as well, Negan, Dwight. Just I know they obviously aren't gonna make all the characters the exact same, but I think they're doing a better job recently, especially with the Whisperer arc in the TV series. Okay, next one is Negan Lives. This is probably my favorite comic out of all of these that are like part of the main. So this is set after the main series ends. Robert Kirkman made this to help out comic shops during the pandemic. He says it's a one-off, but I definitely think that there's more story to tell in this, because this is only like the start of Negan's story arc after the main series. So basically, if you aren't up to date in the comics, Negan he kills Maggie's husband Glenn, then he gets kicked out, he gets exiled. And then the final issue, Carl brings food to his house. It's like 30 years in the future, and he just doesn't come to the door. But yeah, this issue set after that. He's trying to find his wife and bury her. It's only the start of his journey, so I assume they're gonna make more. They could also make a Negan Lives miniseries for TV with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I say he'd be up for it. Yeah, it's very good. It kind of leaves on a cliffhanger, and it's kind of like, please make more. Yeah, he's like, do you want to see what happens next? He's basically teasing the audience, like, come on. Yeah, good on Robert Kirkman for doing that. Next one I have is, this is a special of all, like, backstories of some of the characters. So you have Tyrese, Michonne, Morgan, and the Governor. They're basically just like little snippets of what happened to them when the apocalypse fell. So like Philip's daughter dying, and Morgan and his son. Michonne was a lawyer in her one, and then Tyrese and his kids. Very good issue. when did I actually can't remember where or when I got that. Okay, the next one is issue 1. Now don't be like, oh my god, issue 1. Yeah, it is issue 1, but it's not the first print of issue 1. It's like, I think it's the second or third print of issue 1. So, it's still issue 1, but like, it's not the very first time they printed it. So, it basically means it's not worth as much. I just realised my fly was up in this whole video. Oops. But yeah, you know, classic cover from 2003. Tony Moore before Charlie Adlard was drawing the covers. I'd love to get the issue 150 variant of this, where Rick, it's like Rick when he's old. Okay, so a couple of these comics. Dogs barking, lovely. There's a couple of these comics that I got on the 15-year anniversary of The Walking Dead. So basically, it told you what number issue you were gonna get, but it didn't tell you what cover. So they did like multiple covers. It was like a blind bag for covers. So this isn't the original issue 2 cover, but it's a variant cover. So basically, that basically means a different artist did the cover, but obviously the inside is still the same. But yeah, I really like this cover. It's of Rick and Glenn in issue 2 when they first go to Atlanta to get gold. Next one I have is issue 7. This is also a variant cover from the 15-year anniversary. This is of Tyrese in the woods. I really like the contrast of the black and white in this one. Very nice. Next issue is issue 19. Obviously I don't have a lot of the first few issues. I mostly have from like issue 150 onwards. Yeah, this is Michonne's first introduction in the comics. Very nice. I like that cover. Next one is, I think this is issue 29? No, 27. So this is the governor's introduction, basically. I would have preferred to get the cover where the title is on it, but it's still a nice cover. Very nice indeed. Another 15-year anniversary special. I already know which issue this is off the top of my head. It's issue 48. This is the issue where the governor attacked the prison and basically killed everyone. And then this shot is when Lily shoots the governor in the head and he dies. I would have preferred to get the colour issue, or the coloured cover, but it's a nice one overall. It's good to have different ones every now and again. But yeah, issue 48. This has to be in my top 10 issues of the whole series. It's just so powerful, and everything is just hitting the fan in this issue. People are dying left, right and centre. Yeah, so basically this is the cover, but just in more detail. I do prefer the governor in the comics. He's a lot more ruthless. Let me just check if this is still recording. Damn, 18 minutes in. Very nice. Okay, next issue. I'm sorry, I can't remember every single one without the number on it. Issue 53, so yeah, this is one of Abraham's first issues. So this cover has Abraham, Eugene and Rosita. I really like the artwork on this. It's very different, very sketchy. Yeah, just see, this is the thing with Walking Dead. Robert Kirkman said he didn't want to make it repetitive, so he stopped at 193. Well, I never thought it ever got repetitive. There was always something new, and like the whole world was always changing. And like just even all the tech they use, like they started off using guns and then they had to go back to medieval. There's dogs in the garden behind me. Sorry about the noise. Okay, issue 92, Jesus. Yeah, I think this is one of his first introductions. Yeah, Michonne meets him on the road with Abraham. Very good issue. I like this one a lot. There is an issue that I'd love to get. I can't remember which cover it is. I think it is 92. It's another variant cover of this where basically Jesus has like the pride flag and he stabbed a zombie in the neck with it. It just looks very cool. Nice, colourful cover. Issue 98, this is the one where Abraham gets shot in the head by Dwight. Very nice cover indeed. Yeah. The big issue 100, Negan killing Glenn. It is very graphic, this issue. This is probably like one of the most famous issues of Walking Dead altogether. Negan just comes in, breaks Rick down mentally, and just kills Glenn. Obviously, in the show, it was a lot more brutal, which is very rare for the TV series, but yeah. Just classic bomb from the comics. These fucking dogs. Sorry for the noise again. Next issue. Issue 108. I think this is Ezekiel's first introduction. Very nice cover. Also from the 15-year anniversary. You have Ezekiel and Shiva in the kingdom. This is the worst thing about filming. This is where I film my podcast, and it's just, there's always fucking noise everywhere. There's dogs in the garden behind me. In front, you always have kids outside playing, and then there's cars always driving by. I can't do anything about that. Sorry. Issue 127. This is probably also my top 10 issues of the whole series. It's basically the start of the New Beginning story arc after All Out War, where there's a time skip. This is one of those covers where it's back to front, double cover. So you have Carl, Rick, Andrea, Sadiq. I don't know who that is. And then you have Magnus Group with Ian McKellen and all that, Luke, Connie, Kelly, and then Negan in the back. Very nice cover. I'm pretty sure they sell this as a poster. I'd love to get this as a poster. It's a very nice cover. I feel like my favourite story arc of the whole Walking Dead is this, The New Beginning. It's just so refreshing. Like, everyone's completely different, and they've just progressed a lot, and it's just amazing. This is probably the most nerdy I've ever sounded on my channel, but sure look. Issue 132, I think this is Alpha's first introduction. This is of Alpha on the cover, also a variant. Very nice indeed. This is the last of the variant covers that I have. Everything onward from here, I have nearly all of the single issues, so we'll just go through all these. So, this is when I started collecting The Walking Dead, issue 149, Negan and Rick. Classic. This is probably my favourite cover of the whole series. Either this one or the Commonwealth one, where they get introduced. It's just kind of like The Walking Dead's version of Batman and the Joker. Like, you have Batman and the Joker, Negan on Rick's shoulder, basically Negan giving Rick advice of how he would kind of run things in this situation. It's very ominous of DC. Yeah, this is probably my favourite. Issue 150, The Wig 150. I actually missed this one when it came out, so I ended up getting it at Comic Con for €15. Not too bad for 150. I'm not really a fan of this cover, but I get why they did it. It's a big celebration, a big milestone to get, to be fair, so I understand why they did that. Yeah, a lot of these ones I have sealed because they're very important issues and will probably go for a lot of money in the future, so I have them sealed. This one, 156, Queen and King, Alpha and Negan. Such a great storyline, the Whisperer story arc in the comics. It's also great in the TV series, but in the comics I just prefer because Rick and Carl are present and Jesus is as well throughout the whole thing. Yeah, this is one where Negan, spoiler alert, and for the TV show, Negan kills Alpha because he's kind of the spy. We kind of skip onwards. That was, yeah, so we had 149, 150, 156, and then 161. So I have a couple missing here. I definitely want to get the ones in between here because they're all of the Whisperer War covers. I only have the 5th one of the Whisperer War. That's issue 161. Conquered, I have 2 of because it was very cheap. It was World Comic Book Day when this came out. I think it was only like €1 or like €2 for each of them. So yeah, what a steal. I might do a giveaway with this issue and then one of the other magazines of Walking Dead that I have duplicates of. I don't know. Comment below why you want it and I might give it to you. What issue is that? Yeah, so basically after this point I started collecting every issue. 164, A Fallen House. Also I have this sealed. Maggie, Glenn, and Herschel witnessing the destruction of Alexandria. Obviously, it gets rebuilt in the end, but very nice cover. I think this is around the time Gabriel gets killed. He gets knocked off the tower here, and Beta slices his belly open. Yeah, I'm missing. Alright, I know I keep saying I collect every issue on from this point, but after this one, I swear. 165 Opportunity. This is around the point of the TV show that we're at. There's these new characters called the Reapers in the TV series. One of the actors in it was a former savior, so I wonder if they're doing this storyline at the moment where ex-saviors come to Alexandria and try to restart the saviors. Oh, what was that? 165, yeah, so I'm missing 166. Here's 167, probably the saddest issue of the whole series. Rick and Andrea. Their relationship ends because Andrea is bitten. Oh, a very necessary sacrifice. 168, Negan. They ask him to restart the Sabres. He says no. 169, Lines We Cross. Very good issue. Dwight and Rick. Yeah, we have bits of the show that have already gone forward with the Commonwealth story arc, so this has already happened in the TV series. It's different of who goes. In the comic, it's Michonne, Yumiko, Eugene, and Sadiq, and then in the TV series, it's Eugene, Yumiko, and Ezekiel. Then obviously 171 for the princess's introduction. Very nice. 172 Hilltop Reborn, Carl building the Hilltop. 173 Final Fight. This is the final issue of Beta. He comes back and tries to fight Aaron and Jesus, and they kill him. 174. This is another very sad issue. Negan's last appearance. In the main series. It's probably my second favorite cover of all time. New World Order 175. A very nice cover. I want to get that one. Put in a sleeve. 176. New World Order 2. Ooh, Mercer. 177. All of this, basically the last 50 issues, not the last 50, but the last 30 issues will be translated from season 11. 179. 180. 181. 182. 183. 184. Let's pick up the rest of these. 185. It's a very thicker issue. 186. 187. 188. 189. 190. 191. 192, the issue where Rick dies. Is it this one or is it 191? Oh yeah, this just picks up after he got shot. And then the last issue of the whole series, 193. This has gone between like 10 and €100 already, and it's only been out like a year. Quite crazy. I really hope they do more of the comic storyline, like a Walking Dead sequel. An idea that I heard being thrown around is, what if they make a new comic series called The Walking Dead Western and Eastern Alliance? Because they mentioned this at the end of the story that the Commonwealth are colonizing the rest of America, and yeah, they could easily do a Western and Eastern Alliance since they're linking up the two. Yeah, so in this issue, Carl is like in his 30s, and I actually like the way they ended it a lot. He ends up getting back with Sophia instead of Lydia because Sophia was with him since the beginning, since they were little kids, so it made a lot of sense. And it's good just to see all the characters happy. Obviously except Milton for killing Rick, that prick. Yeah, it's just a beautiful issue. Fun issue. I also have The Walking Dead, Here's Negan. They're making this into the finale for season 10, this issue. It's just a one-off comic about Negan's backstory. They're changing it a lot for the TV series, but I don't mind. Change is always better. Not always better, but it's refreshing. I have these. I know they're not comics, but just thought why not show them. These were the official magazines of Walking Dead. They still make them, but I haven't been able to get them in a while. Very stunning images in all of these. They basically just go through of all the news that was happening at the time in the Walking Dead universe. Like, it's just mad to think how much Walking Dead IP there is. Like, you wouldn't think just a zombie story would spawn so much stuff. Like, there's the Walking Dead TV series, the main one. There's Fear the Walking Dead. There's the Walking Dead World Beyond. There's the Tales of the Walking Dead. There's the Rick movies. That's 5 for just the TV series. Then there's the comics. Then there's the Here's Negan, the Negan Lives, the video games. There's just so much stuff, and it's. If you don't want to get into buying all the comics, you could. I know it's not great, but you could read them online. But if you don't want to, if you want to support the people that made the comic, but you don't want to go out and buy them all, because not every area has comics. Like, I have to go to Dublin City to get my comics, and I know it's a trek, and they might not always have what you want. So I'd say the best way to do it is probably order online, or buy them on Apple Books or whatever book app is on your phone. Or you could just get the compendiums like me, but I'm a collector. Obviously, eventually I want to get all of the individual issues, so I have 50 of them individually. I'm still going to get compendium 4, because there's always people that ask me, oh, can I read your comics? And then I give them a lend of all the compendiums, so I don't want to... See, this is the thing. I already know some of my friends are going to ask me soon, like, can I read the Walking Dead comics that you own? I say, yeah. I'll give them the first 3 compendiums. I don't give people my issues of Walking Dead. You can read my other comics, but not Walking Dead, because, I don't know. I just don't like people touching them. I know it sounds petty, but comics are very delicate, and they can break easily, so, yeah. I want to get compendium 4 just so I can give that to people to read, if they want to get into it. I know, it's just good to have all 4. This is another Walking Dead magazine. It's around the time of season 6. Again, very stunning imagery of what was going on at the time. We just got news of the final season, like last year, and then season 11 is coming out in the summer, so I'm very hyped for that. I might give away one of these, because these I found out last night are the exact fucking same. They just have different covers, so I'll probably give away this and my issue 193. So comment below why you want it, and I'll send it to you. Whoever the winner is, I'll announce it on my Instagram. So yeah, I'm gonna give away this. Whoop. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give away both of these. So comment why you want it, and I'll give them to you. Send them to your PO. All right, that's it, everyone, for my comic collection of 2021. Sorry for the noise. I think in total I have like 230 comics if you include all the ones from the compendium. So I have 84 comics individually. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry for the noise again, but I'll see you next video for my podcast. So goodbye.